So let's jump into the first one. We'll at least do this one, and then next week we'll come back, and then we'll do the rest of the feasts. So the Passover. This is the most important one, the one you guys are most familiar with. Now remember, we're talking about his first coming. So, according to the Passover, and if you look at this, there had to be a perfect, spotless lamb that was killed on the Passover for the sins. Pure and spotless. And it had to be presented on the 10th of Nisan, if you read. 4 days before. And they'd bring the lamb in, the family would get it, you'd have to watch it for 4 days. Why? To make sure it had no blemishes. So they'd actually watch it for 4 days, make sure it had no blemishes, and then they'd kill it. Did you know that Jesus shows up on the 10th of Nisan in Jerusalem on the donkey? So the lamb is literally, so this is what's so crazy about this. Jesus presented himself as the lamb on the 10th of Nisan. If you go back and look at the calendar when he came, it was on the 10th of Nisan. Zechariah 9:9 was that prophecy that he'd come riding on a donkey, and then he did it on the 10th of Nisan. So that was the first, that should have been the first thought, like, wow, I gotta present, like, all those people shouting Hosanna had to go back to their house to go get their lamb, because they had to have it for 4 days. So that same day, they had to go grab their unblemished lamb. And, you know, they probably weren't thinking that, they didn't think he was gonna be killed, they didn't understand that. But Jesus was showing up on that same day that all the other lambs were being inspected. And then they were supposed to be killed on the 14th, because remember, that was Passover. And one of the rules, if you read, that they had to be pure and had to have no broken bones.